Gabbie Hanna, a million-sub influencer whispering into a webcam at 2 in the morning, instructing an internet militia of teenagers to systematically destroy a 60-year-old hospice nurse. This is allegedly how far Gabbie Hanna went to bury a scandal. For years, she claimed she was just a helpless victim of online hate. But newly leaked private messages and bank receipts tell a completely different story. They show her paying a highly vulnerable fan $1,500 to launch a coordinated defamation campaign. She allegedly weaponized false assault allegations against a frontline healthcare worker during a global pandemic, all because this nurse publicly criticized her online. This is tactical, documented gaslighting caught on video. The receipts are out, and the inside source just blew this plot wide open. What is up, weirdos? To understand how this operation started, we must look directly at the frontline healthcare worker who triggered it. Her name is Jen. She was a regular hospice nurse dealing with real tragedies during the peak of the global pandemic. On the side, Jen ran a small commentary platform. She used her voice to criticize how Gabbie Hanna publicly defended a former friend convicted of felony assault. Jen was simply voicing what the entire internet was thinking. But according to leaked logs, Gabbie reportedly viewed this minor critique as a direct threat to her brand. Instead of hitting unfollow, she reportedly decided to engineer an underground response. She needed to strike back without ruining her own image. But her plan required a weapon that couldn't be traced back to her brand. A weapon she found in the private DMs of a 19-year-old fan dealing with a real-life tragedy. That is when she allegedly targeted Gracie. At the time, Gracie was highly vulnerable. She was open online about her struggles with anorexia, substance use, and the tragic death of her partner. She had recently lost her job and her apartment. Direct messages show Gabbie entering her inbox with promises of support. But Gabbie's underground response wasn't just an angry direct message. It allegedly involved a specific, documented financial transaction designed to buy complete loyalty. Remember, at this exact moment, Gracie was entirely bankrupt, starving, and grieving. That is when Gabbie saw her opening. According to newly exposed bank receipts, the influencer quietly slid $1,500 directly into her fan's account, framing it as pure charity. But in reality, it quickly turned a struggling follower into a deeply dependent loyalist. On Reddit, users later analyzed this pattern as textbook parasocial grooming for an upcoming internet war. Direct messages show Gracie texting back that she would do anything to repay her kindness. Gabbie replied, calling her a sweetheart and framing the money as a mutual bond. Once this dependence was locked in, the dynamic shifted toward tactical operations. But Gracie had absolutely no idea that this financial lifeline came with a specific, dark prerequisite. And it started with a single, aggressive screenshot Gabbie sent directly to her private inbox. Gabbie forwarded an Instagram post that dared to criticize her character. Her accompanying message was anything but peaceful. She ordered Gracie to please rally the troops to explain in the comments what actually happened. The setup was clear. She wanted her fanbase to perform the messy work while her hands stayed clean. This text sequence directly contradicts her public stance of being totally uninvolved in fan-led harassment campaigns. Gabbie explicitly texted Gracie, "It can't come from me, but my blood pressure is boiling." Her goal was to unleash an online army. The situation turned toxic when an anonymous Twitter account named Bungle X suddenly accused Jen of a horrific crime. There were 0 victims, 0 receipts, and absolutely no evidence. It was a severe, fabricated allegation launched out of nowhere against a working nurse. To the public, it looked like random internet chaos. What Gabbie and Peyton forgot was that logging into an anonymous hate account from the same house leaves a digital fingerprint. We are talking about a verified IP match pointing directly to their residence, a top-down coordinated strike executed while Jen was literally on the clock saving terminal patients. Sleuths on Reddit quickly noticed these highly suspicious metadata patterns and matching hashtags tying directly back to Gabbie's immediate circle. Jen suspected from day one that the influencer or her boyfriend Peyton were secretly behind the account. But at the height of the drama, she had no way to prove it. She was just a regular citizen facing a devastating digital smear campaign. But what Gabbie did not realize was that her secret instructions were being permanently archived. Years later, Jen reached out to Gracie seeking simple closure, believing there was heavy influence behind that horrific tweet. Gracie responded by opening the floodgates, turning over an entire archive of verified data. including the exact footage Gabbie never thought the internet would see. On screen, Gabbie is sitting on a couch with her boyfriend, Peyton, casually orchestrating a digital hit into her webcam. Listen to the exact moment she orders Gracie to make the anonymous accusation go as viral as possible within the community. She tells her follower to tag major drama channels to ensure maximum reputational damage. When Peyton questions whether involving a young fan is a safe idea, look at Gabbie's face as she responds on camera, "I'm not. That's why I'm telling Gracie." She fully acknowledged the absolute need to remain hidden while directing the digital hit. This is documented proof of a calculated top-down execution designed to ruin a life. But the destruction of Jen's career was still not enough to satisfy the objective. The real-world consequences of this coordinated digital campaign hit Jen during the absolute peak of the global pandemic. While working as a hospice nurse surrounded by tragic, real-life deaths, her actual workplace began receiving anonymous phone calls from raging internet trolls. These online actors targeted her professional LinkedIn profile, calling her real employers and labeling her a dangerous criminal. Jen unknowingly lost a major job opportunity after an excellent interview because of these relentless, coordinated calls. While healthcare workers were being celebrated globally as heroes, a million-sub influencer was allegedly using a teenage militia to make a frontline nurse completely unhireable. The hypocrisy reached its absolute peak when Gabbie started planning a major comeback video in late 2020. Leaked iMessages reveal her asking Gracie for permission to weaponize Gracie's own mental health struggles for public clout. Gabbie explicitly wanted to tell the public that one of her loyal fans attempted self-harm due to harassment from her critics. It was a move critics claim was designed to play the ultimate victim. According to the leaked logs, this completely ignores the reality that her own tactical operations allegedly placed this vulnerable fan in that high-stress position to begin with. When the drama channels finally exposed the false allegations against Jen, Gabbie's behavior took a sudden, cold turn. Once Gracie returned from a treatment facility and was no longer useful, Gabbie allegedly ghosted her completely. When confronted, the influencer sent long paragraphs reversing the narrative, telling Gracie she was incredibly parasocial and had entirely imagined their friendship. She effectively discarded the pawn the moment the operation went sideways. In another leaked clip, Gabbie lies in bed giving Gracie amateur legal advice to keep her quiet. She confidently states that Jen can never sue for defamation because they never made the claim themselves, they just asked questions about what someone else posted. She tells her vulnerable follower, "You're going to be fine. There's not a lawyer in this world that would try to sue you." She allegedly doubled down on her legal shield, entirely unaware that she was being recorded, admitting to the exact coordination that makes a defamation lawsuit open and shut. The mask is completely gone, leaving a permanent trail of digital wreckage. This leaves the internet with a deeply unsettling question. How many of your favorite million-sub creators are secretly running underground operations behind their polished personas? The documented reality of this case shows exactly how far individuals will go to weaponize a teenage militia and silence basic online criticism. Did this systematic campaign cross a definitive legal line into actionable defamation? Or will this just fade into the endless cycle of unhinged internet history? Drop your thoughts below. Welcome to the internet.